Hello, I'm Alan B. Densky. Welcome to Chapter 1 of my Stop Smoking the Easy Way video. The intent of this video is to entertain you as I educate you about how to stop smoking the easy way. At the end of each chapter of this video, I'll give you a mental exercise that will help you to break the chain tobacco has on you. Look, can I be brutally honest with you? I'm not going to waste your time telling you about how bad smoking is for you and that it can kill you, because you already know that. But I am going to tell you that quitting is the easiest part. People quit smoking dozens of times every single day. But staying quit without getting nervous, suffering from withdrawal, or shoving food into your mouth in place of the cigarettes, well, that's where you're going to need some help. You're more likely to follow the directions that will help you to quit smoking and stay quit when you understand what causes the smoking habit. But before we even get to that information, please understand that there are 3 prerequisites required before you will quit smoking. The first prerequisite is that the smoker must want to quit smoking, because smokers don't stop smoking until they want to quit smoking. The second prerequisite is that a smoker must make a decision to quit smoking now. Now, decision means I'm going to do this no matter how much it hurts. And the third prerequisite is that the smoker must learn how to stay comfortable without smoking. And that's what I'm going to begin to teach you how to do. There are 3 components to a smoking addiction. 2 of the components are mental and 1 is physical. The first component is that people smoke for relaxation and pleasure. This component makes up about 45% of the smoking addiction. Now, let me explain how this component was programmed into your mind. When an infant cries, its mother usually picks it up and puts a bottle in its mouth. The baby becomes distracted by that bottle, forgets about being cranky, becomes relaxed, and often falls asleep shortly thereafter. About 33 times every day and night, the baby wakes up and cries. So of course the father says, "It's feeding time, you feed him," right? So the mother picks up the baby, puts the bottle in the kid's mouth, and it gets distracted again and relaxes and falls asleep. So that baby's computer, its unconscious mind, is programmed. When something goes into the mouth, the child receives relaxation and pleasure from it. Now, as an adult, when you feel stressed, you'd look pretty silly walking around with a baby bottle in your mouth. So you do the intelligent adult thing. You stick a poison cancer stick into your mouth instead. Now, here is the trick to eliminating stress-related cravings and urges. In order to quit smoking without withdrawal or weight gain, when you're smoking for relaxation and pleasure, you need to substitute some other behaviors in place of the cigarettes that will provide the same exact relaxation and pleasure. The new behaviors that you substitute in place of the cigarettes must be based on the following criteria. 1, they must be as effective as smoking is at providing relaxation and pleasure. 2, they must be as available as smoking is for providing relaxation and pleasure. In other words, they have to be behaviors that can be done almost anywhere on the spur of the moment. And 3, they must be more consciously acceptable to you than smoking is for providing relaxation and pleasure. Are you wondering how you're going to go about accomplishing this trick? Self-hypnosis. What else? But not the kind of hypnosis that you're probably thinking of. Not by using post-hypnotic suggestions in the traditional sense, because post-hypnotic suggestions will definitely not work for most people. Do you hate to be told what to do? Most people hate to be told what to do because our generation has been taught to question everything. If you hate it when someone tells you what to do, hypnosis programs that use post-hypnotic commands and suggestions are simply not going to work for you, not one little bit. Here's your first mental exercise. Now, this is only one of hundreds of different techniques that you can learn to use to feel relaxation and pleasure on the spur of the moment, to eliminate cravings for a cigarette. What I'd like you to do is to remember the most beautiful sunset that you've ever seen. If you can't remember one, or imagine one, then just look at the sunset that I'm putting on the screen for you. If you're using your imagination, don't picture yourself, or anyone else for that matter, in the image. Just picture the sunset. Put in the colors of the sun and the sky. And imagine feeling the comfortable temperature of the air against your skin. Finally, allow yourself to recall the smells and any of the sounds of nature that you heard. Please take a few moments and focus on that image. Now, allow your attention to come back to me. If you did the exercise correctly, then your thoughts made you feel nice and relaxed. That's because the source of our feelings is our thoughts. So just as thinking about a sunset can make you feel more relaxed, the source of your feelings of happiness, joy, peace, sorrow, stress, and upset, the source is your thoughts. The essence of hypnosis is relaxation. So by practicing self-hypnosis, we can dissipate much of the tension that causes our oral cravings. Hypnosis is the alpha state of consciousness. So when you imagined the sunset, or even watched it on the screen, and got into your imagination and created pleasant feelings, you were actually in the state of self-hypnosis. Now, in Chapter 2 of Stop Smoking the Easy Way, we're going to discuss the second component of smoking, the addiction, and then it's called a conditioned response. And we'll also be discussing the third component, the physical addiction. If you'd like to see Chapter 2 of my video right now, it's available on my web address that you see at the bottom of the screen. When you get to my home page, just look for the icon that's labeled Free Hypnosis Videos. It's located on the upper right corner of the page.
My name is John W. Hadley, Jr., and I am 65 years of age. And believe it or not, I smoked 60 years, and I averaged anywhere from 2 to 3 cartons a week. This is the amazing thing about Neurovision. I watched Neurovision for 1/2 hour. Then I had a little chit-chat and I was offered a cigarette. And believe it or not, I turned it down. I didn't want it. And I haven't wanted one since. This program, Neurovision, in my opinion, just couldn't be matched. I don't care what program they would try. There's no withdrawal. You just feel so relaxed. There's no craving. And the nice part about it, you don't gain any weight.